Hello people of my YouTube channel. Hello fellow viewers. It's your boy Skinny Penis. Going into the logical conclusion or one of the direct comparable ships to Minotaur, as we did with Haaland and Shimmer, we can play Wooster. It's not that straight cut, or like I don't have a really straight cut opinion about the Wooster and Minnow dynamic and what's better, what's not. It's definitely not as straight up as with Haaland and Shimmer. I personally think that Shimmer is way better. But here you go. It's also a light cruiser. Fairly similar concealment, fairly similar DPM. Wooster obviously getting the option of HE, great HE DPM, but lacking the improved pen on the AP. Even though like Des Moines, Salem, and so on, or even Alaska, Puerto, like it's a trade of the USN ships to have it. Wooster doesn't get it. It's normal AP, fairly low caliber, so it's only really potent against cruisers very, very close up. The thing here being that it now has, now it's been a while, it's been multiple years. It has 9 km radar. Originally it was released with 10 and 9.8 concealment anyways, so it had stealth radar too, but it obviously has the ability to load HE, which then made it super strong back then. It had the same radar as a Des Moines, so it was a very, very viable alternative, also for competitive then, when they had RTS carriers still and stuff, because you had further or better AA range. In any case, we have to look at the matchmaking real quick. We have potentially 3 radar cruisers, but none of them are 12 kms, so maybe I can ask my Yamagiri to lay me a smokescreen before he goes into the flank where he should spot. He's already laying a smokescreen. I mean, nice, nice, nice. It's a Yamagiri smoke. It's not gonna last very long, so I definitely gotta be prepared to kite in that smoke. But I can use the early smoke to go closer to the cap, get better gun angles behind their rock or towards their side, and help out my destroyer early, potentially. I'm not saying it's going to be super easy for me to fuck people here or kill someone. But yeah, Wooster had 10 km radar that was super broken. I think back then it was super broken, but now you could probably reintroduce it to make it more viable and a super good alternative to Des Moines, because assuming you, for example, ban Nevsky for smoke comms, you could then play Wooster and Des Moines at the, like, you could play a Wooster into Des Moines or the other way. Like, it would contest flanks and smoke comms way better. Generally, you try to play Wooster the same way you try to play the Minotaur. You try to go to rocks, kite people out like that. Given you play a Raider Minotaur, you obviously do not have the ability to spec, or you don't have the ability to pop a smoke and just hide behind it. So yeah, Wooster is then super comparable to it. Strengths of Wooster being you can just farm everything super, super fast, even if it angles, while the Minotaur gets the added bonus of the Torps, better concealment and longer range radar. But Wooster, overall, more effective in kite than Minnow, just because you can farm people that are pushing nose in towards you. It's also a wee bit more effective on most rocks, just because, as I said, you can set fires, you can burn people down. Just watch what I'm doing here to this Buffalo. Since they reworked light cruisers in a way that I do not understand, giving them 30mm base pen, you don't play, and they fucked IFHE at the same time, you don't play Wooster with IFHE ever. Any light cruiser that only pens 30mm, you don't go IFHE, because you need the fire chance for the battleships, while you pen the cruisers anyway. So yeah, why would you go IFHE then, to be honest? It's like a very good question. Problem being that you only fuck certain battleships with the IFHE spec. You don't really pen a lot on most of the most prominent BBs that are currently played. Here, for example, I would only pen the Duncan everywhere. I wouldn't really pen a lot on the Colombo at all, apart from nose and ass. I would pen inside plating of Yamato, but then again, I don't really want to be close to Yamato anyways. Problem being mostly German BBs or Russian BBs, if you don't get turbo fast fires all the time and all the game, like you would without IFHE, you're really fucked if they try to play aggressive into you, just because your damage is lacking so much. Wooster also being pretty immaneuverable, meaning you really have to care what kind of BB is shooting you, since you're completely overmatchable in this ship. Any kind of, like, most BBs can turbo hurt you. I think it has 30 deck. Then again, the deck armor doesn't really matter since you have to give a lot of angle to use your front turrets, so they can definitely hit the side plating more. We're already on 80k. The Yamagiri is playing like an absolute giga chat. That man is making the flank together with me. I can use my DPM because of him way earlier and way more aggressive. While he's spotting deep in the flank, uncontested, because the enemy destroyer fucked off apparently. They have 2 DDs. Their DD fucked off though. And our submarine is also contesting their submarine in terms of spotting, so that submarine isn't able to go for griefing on us. And now we have already fucked 2 ships out of the flank. For some reason our Alsace died though. I guess he was perma-pinged by the sub. Like, I was never pinged, the Schlieffen is full HP, and the submarine was, like, I think pinging into that direction. So the Alsace was our peasant offering to the gods to maybe win the game on this side, I guess. We're waiting here until the submarine surfaces, because obviously I don't have the ASW range yet. And then we're going to run behind the Yamato most likely. The other alternative would be to go towards this area in middle and maybe farm the Des Moines if he goes to a rock there, and the GK pushing potentially. Oh, Yamagiri Giga chatting another ship. Problem there being that the Yamato is running into middle too, so he would have permanent shots and good angles on me. We can go dark here any time now, because as said, the enemy DD isn't here. The submarine is dead now. What we're going to do is we're going to try to cut in towards the islands to get closer to the Yamato and have an easier time going dark and dodging him. I think that guy has no DCP. Actually, he has a DCP. Interesting that he pops it with a Yamagiri around his asshole, not gonna lie. Interesting. Can help the Yamagiri against the Malta here. Oh no, he's unspotted. Okay, I'm going to go behind the Yamagiri and then ask him in this kind of area to pop me a smoke. That could greatly increase the odds of us winning, just because I can farm potentially 3 different ships while being able to zone the DD with radar, while supporting my Yamagiri with AA. Like, can you set a smoke screen, please? I can dip into it. Can you set one? Please. Yeah, thank you, thank you. I'm going to compliment him. Hopefully I don't forget it. GK is low, I didn't really look at that one. Getting some nicey flak hits, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I said I'm helping my Yamagiri with AA too, though that doesn't do too much. Oh shit, the Yamato turned back. That changes a whole lot. Not expected this. I mean, it's a decently smart play from the Yamato, because he's going to be useless and fucked there anyways. Our Yamagiri died now because he didn't keep sitting in the smoke. Like, I don't know why he did that one. That was unnecessary inting. And now I have the problem that I lost my potential torpedo threat on the Yamato, so he can now rush me out. Big issue. I'm going to have to figure out how to deal with this full HP Yamato, and also have to somehow get information on where he's going. I think that's a permafire, so he should die. Also don't have def A now in case the funny bombers come for me. Oh, okay. That's fairly lucky. I also turned out in time, so I can get... am I killing this guy? Yep. Okay, that is big, because now there's no crossfire from middle, like this. So I can kite the Yamato out and go behind cover. So going to... Here you can see again, me going behind the island, him coming out is allowing me to... Oh, no! Woo! He aimed... he had to aim too high. So he didn't get to the citadel. Now I can use the rock in my advantage, for my advantage. I mean, the problem still is, in this situation, Minotaur would be better, like this close-up, because I could torp him too. I slowed down a bit too much. I maybe give him ass angle. Press C to switch turrets on the ass. Maybe I can get an ass fire. Where the fuck am I aiming, man? I turned out the right way, but I had to chance it at this point. Like, I definitely didn't expect this Yamato trying to go for me. Need to load AP again, because the 32mm side plating of his is easily pennable. With Wooster too. any sort of ship could really pen here. I'm going to dodge the shell actually. He's panicking the shot just because it's like, oh, I stopped shooting because I'm stupid. Stupizini. Well, I had support from my team here, and now the Schlieffen died. Actually, yeah, no, that was the enemy Schlieffen. Our Schlieffen is still giga chatting it in the middle with 50k, I just saw. Yamagiri detonating, everyone is dying. Enemy team from B and C just overpushed into a bunch of kiters. I mean, they tried to push a Benham and a Clausewitz in kite. 2 Schlieffens actually also camping base. Lucky Wooster, I don't know why you went undetected for 1 millisecond right before I shot. Ah, that was why he missed. I mean, he still had lock on, but I think it threw off his aim. Yeah, that could be. I don't know. Maybe the guy is watching the video. I'm going to still compliment the Yamagiri. He should have just stayed in cap, in smoke. He just had to lay the smoke for me, so I can dip into it with my AA2, and then after the carrier leaves, because I was still spotting the planes and shooting them down. After the carrier is gone and goes for his next squadron on us, he could have left then from the smoke and maybe gone to the rock. Like I expected him to like just sit there and then go towards the rock where I turned out towards 2, and then the Yamato can never come around the corner with the torpedoes. But yeah, if I wouldn't have had the Yamagiri going into the middle and laying a smoke there, I would have probably gone up towards here, towards base, or towards this rock directly, just to be safe. Or these rocks directly. Thankfully my Yamagiri was Giga Chat as said. You could see again and again and again, doesn't matter what ship I play or if I play the destroyer myself, these most maps you can't play from your side with only cruisers and battleships if your DD leaves that. If your DD leaves the deep flank unattended against spotting, the enemy destroyer gets free spots forever and can also get super cracked torpedo angles, and then you can't angle against guns and torpedoes at the same time. So given multiple games, on average you're going to have higher chances of winning. Obviously, I mean it's not an insurance that you win or lose the game. That's not how randoms work. Like there's a whole lot of dumb shit happening, people exploding for no reason, and so on and so forth. But in general, if this happens, you're going to lose most of those games. It's super unplayable. I mean, look, they had the Duncan there, they had the Colombo there and the Yamato, and essentially all of them had to turn out. The Colombo and the Duncan tried to still play the side, but they couldn't play one line. They couldn't angle towards us in front of A and the Yamagiri deep one line at the same time. They just died and fucked it. It's just perfect example there. Also, the submarine got into the or went deeper into the flank than their sub 2, getting better torpedo angles. Oh fuck, I have AP loaded, which is completely unnecessary. Like, I'm not gonna sit him at 12 kilometers, especially Edgar. Minnow maybe, but not Edgar. But I penetrate his entire ship. Thing again with the light cruisers getting 30 mil base pen. You pen every cruiser apart from the heavy ones everywhere. Meaning your DPM is disgusting now, without any sort of drawback. They should have nerfed IFHE a bit more in terms of fire chance, but not half it. They should have nerfed it maybe a bit more and kept the light cruiser pen on low numbers, so there's an incentive to play it. They didn't, because they don't play their game, they don't know how to balance. Yodo Vincent moments. Yeah. For now it's just like free hunting people, free running at them. Everyone died. As you could also see, I tried to kill the GK as fast as possible, because GK and Yamato were definitely setting up crossfire. It's by chance. I mean, these people are not sentient most of the time, so they're not thinking about that on purpose. They're also not communicating that in their chat. But yeah, even if they don't talk to each other and stuff, you can't go into random crossfires. You should really care about where to position. Wooster has an insanely large citadel, 0 armor. So, gotta be careful there. Hopefully we can get to the carrier. Very unlikely though, to be honest. I wonder if he would run out of the the island into the Benham. Yeah, he actually is. That's oh, that's interesting. To be honest, if I look at his minimap position, he's giving flat broadside to all my battleships and Clausewitz in base, which I don't fucking get. Could have just sat on the island and I could have gotten a bunch of damage, but he could also do what he's currently doing, and this is just inting. Now he turns flat broadside in front of everyone, which makes him go super slow, and he's dead. We won the game. Not that good of a damage game in terms of terms of Wooster, Wooster is like 160, 70k average ship, just because you have so much HE and fire damage. But we ended up as first of the team in terms of XP. We farmed like everything a bit. If you play Wooster or Raider Minnow, I mean you can do it in Raider Minnow too. You can do it in any cruiser that is like decently concealed, has nice smoke fire and brings a radar. You can ask your DDs for smokes early. The Yamagiri wouldn't need a smoke afterwards anyway, just because I'm so close to him then, and also raring him, that no gunboat could straight line for him and kill him if he stays half close to me, or decently close to me. Spec is again a cruiser spec. I mean, I don't even have a 21 pointer because there's nothing really you could get up here. We're running the basic stuff again. As said, IFHE, don't take it. Ships like Nevsky and Wooster are more efficient without it. Outnumbered never procs. RPF is like completely useless on Wooster. I mean, it's not completely, but it is definitely useless. You're not an effective DD hunter. Way too maneuverable. Your gun angles aren't the best, so if you try to hunt the DD and you also don't have stealth, right, obviously. But if you try to hunt the DD and shoot him while you push into him, some ships could get easy citadel angles, like Stalins and so on, citadel you when you use your turrets. What you could do here is, if you drop... I mean, I like to play it gun focus and the ship itself, because I think AA specs are shit. But on Wooster, that's a ship, because you have Def AA, Hydra and Radar all the time. That's a ship where you can go AA spec, I would say. Like, if you really want to make carrier suffer, or if you play it in a division maybe even, you want to protect teammates, division mates, you can go AA spec. The rest is whatever. You don't want to grief your concealment further with that either. Also, this skill doesn't work on Wooster. That's, I mean, you can see it here, like caliber of 149 millimeters. That is on purpose, so 150s, 152, 155s are excluded. So I would fuck my concealment here, and I don't want that to happen. Last point would probably go into last stand, I would say, because turret reverse isn't needed. Maybe even this. No, actually no, that only gives a def AA. It gives like reload booster, def AA, and speed boost, I think. Yeah, torp reload, main reload, fighter spotter, def AA. It doesn't even do speed boost, so yeah, not really needed. In terms of modules, we're also not changing anything to any other cruiser. We have gun module here. As already said on Minotaur, you should run the radar if you have it. Gun range mod is a meme. Spotter plane is a meme. Also not that viable at all. We're going into the next game. The ship itself has been power crept a fair bit, and as said, the 10 km radar, like the reduction on the radar range from 10 to 9 km made it a bit wonky and competitive, because even if Nevsky's banned, Des Moines still out-radars you in smokes, and also obviously there's more punchy AP, so you can't get radared and miss angle at the same time. Like, you are sometimes easy food for these people to fuck with you. If they would have buffed the radar now back to 10, like, I personally would say they should buff the radar back to 10. These kind of cruises like Wooster is suffering from everyone overmatching them anyways, and it's very immaneuverable, so you can't really dodge the overmatch that easy. We're getting really lucky with the map now again. Trap isn't the best map for Wooster, definitely isn't. If the Yamagiri wouldn't have smoked me, I would have had to open water gunboat or kite in a Wooster, because the rock on my flank last game was pretty unplayable in Wooster. Also, you want to get all your guns on target, which you can't really from a rock. I mean, if you do it on a rock, you can do it on a rock. If you do it from a rock, though, you're super stationary, and as said, it's not maneuverable, really. So, you're a very, very easy target to focus out by battleships just point and clicking you. I mean, BDs, like, in this game, for example, Kreml, Preußen, they can just click my entire ship. These two I actually bounce on side and upper deck plating, I think. I think I have 27 sides, but 25 nose and ass, I believe, and 30 deck. So I can bounce this on deck, but not side and ass, and this I can, I think, bounce on side and deck. So this is actually not that big of a threat in terms of AP. If I had IFHE in this game, these ships I could grieve heavily with my DPM and penetration then, but against these two ships, and that's exactly the problem. Those ships are super scary against me, and those ships don't take fires anymore, while I don't pen anything really on their ships further. Like, I can't penetrate the deck of these, or side plating of these, just because I take IFHE, but on the other hand, I can't set them on fires. So if this guy decides to run at me, and he's no fire prevention, I still probably wouldn't be able to kill him easily. Then again, we have Yoshinos here. Yoshino is a great target. Base pen of 30. I'm actually going to shoot even though I'm already turning. I'm full speed, so I'm going to slow down the moment they shoot me. Also, he's like HE loaded, whatever. I'm trying to use the island on my right now to sit here and kite. Ah, no, no, no. The submarine. Come on, spot it again. No? My first salvos landed too short again. We love the game having aim bugs. I should have reversed, to be honest, a bit. Can we not spot the submarine? Now it doesn't matter anymore. He just dove. I was spotted, now I'm unspotted. That was the submarine angle that spotted me. And since I'm unspotted now, he dove. So whatever, I don't have to pull radar. Doesn't matter. And I don't have ASW range on him yet, so... But I can reverse here. Like, get an opportunity to reverse. I'm not gonna go deep into the flank yet. On these kind of maps, it's decided, like, if they commit, I can go into the flank and fuck with them, but they might still decide to turn out completely, and if I go into the flank, then I essentially outmaneuver myself on purpose. I'm gonna drop blind here. I'm also going to pop Hydra now against 20 km Yoshi torps and then sub torps potentially. The guy is back on the oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh no. Don't ping me, don't ping me, just don't, just don't. Woo! I started reversing again, by the way, because he pinged for this, or this. So if I would have gone forward, I would have gone right into the homing path, as you can see, so I kept reversing. He should have pinged me. There would have been a very high chance of me eating those torps completely, just because cruiser homing is insanely bad. Gotta be really careful with nose in or ass in cruisers against submarines super close, because especially if they're immaneuverable like Wooster, don't have a like speed boost that makes them go 40 knots and accelerate super fast. You have a limited option of mitigating the incoming torpedo damage. You get one DCP and afterwards you're kinda fucked. Then again, most submarines stack 6 out of 6 torps at the same time, which is not optimal. If you try to home torps into a cruiser, you completely outplay them by sending like 3 and making, or like forcing him to DCP, and then you send 3 again, which yeah, like you can't outplay that really, because the second set of 3 will have the homing. Look, the first salvo is not landing. It's like, so it happens so often. Second salvo also didn't land. I love these aiming bugs. I swear to God, I love these aiming bugs. They're by far the best gimmick currently in World of Warships. By far. You can't compare this to anything else. Oh, we have the submarine, we have the submarine. We're not even gonna get a fucking hit in here because my shell travel time is super dog shit. We got a hit in here, maybe he DCPs. We have both drops on him. We're turning out to try and dodge the incoming AP. Oh, please tell me I got floodings here. Nope. Ah, we got a flooding and a fire, and he just DCP'd the fire before that, I think, so we're looking pretty good on using the island again. I'm kited out, so I can go behind the island. This is Iwami's in a position where he has to come into me. Just have to play it slow and opportunistic here. I mean, I'm definitely in a position to radar the cap in case a DD would have come, but there's only 2 destroyers and they're on the other flank, but you don't know that beforehand, so it's very unlikely the carrier spots out both of them. We got a double fire here, that's what I meant. I mean, yeah, it's in Iwami. I could penetrate him with IFHE here greatly. Then again, look, I get superstructure pens anyway, and I get the crazy fires per minute, kind of. I have to ignore the submarine because I have cruiser ASW 8 kilometers. I can reverse though, because this guy's reversing too, but ignoring me because my Ruprecht runs it at the same time and my submarine runs it at the same time. I'm gonna kill him though, that's a problem. Am I giving angle to anyone? Oh, wait a minute, I have to keep reversing. Our submarine is finally deciding to grief. Our submarine is dead. Oh, our submarine just still camps behind me. I just saw that. What the fuck was the enemy sub that died? I'm super confused at this moment. A whole lot of people are dying, but we can trade the Iwami, most likely. I have to go forward though. Too many people aiming for me. I said I don't want to risk it dying now. We killed that guy. Is he shooting AP on me? Yeah, I said like 4 people aiming for me. There were definitely like some of these people aimed for me too. That's a given. We have the A cap. Oh. And the enemy team is... What the fuck's our Izumo doing? Swear to God. Game over, Sunek. What the fuck are you doing? Remmel decides to camp mid-rock. I'm undecided now as to what to do. Radar now, so that's good. He randomly radared. We're going to try and kill the Yamagiri. Don't turn out, Yamagiri, man! Oh, Riga doesn't have the best reloads. If he doesn't play radar mod, he only gets 1 shot most likely, and if he stays nose in, the dispersion and the low alpha is gonna grief the Yamagiri. It's gonna grief the Riga, and the Yamagiri could have survived. Or just panic turning out, giving him flat broadside and a very fat destroyer. We're having issues. I have the feeling that the Yamagiri is coming over here. Oh yeah, he is. The torpedoes are definitely indicating that he's trying to go into the cap. So we're just playing A protection now. There's no way for me to go into the middle with the Jean-Bards on C stall and the Kreml being full HP. And me staying alive inside the middle at all. Oh, the Yamagiri. He's not gonna come into my radar now, is he though? Hopefully I can kill him. Hopefully he goes into my radar. Somehow the submarine is spotting him. Could kill him here straight up if I get 2 more volleys and some fires maybe. Ah, he's not going into me. Bummer really. He's super low. Gonna TCP the turret. Kreml is going behind islands again. I'm going to play off the fact that I still have an Izumo with me for spotting and crossfire maybe. But this is a GG Reds moment unless the enemy team is deciding to int now into me. Which is a possibility with 2 Yoshinos that I pen everywhere. Man, yeah, fuck off, Bismarck von Bergi, seriously, what the fuck's this? I think GYP and the name indicates that it's a C server gamer and that these motherfuckers are running matchmaking monitor 24/7, so that's why he's now focusing me, I guess. Sort of like, I don't know. It's still not completely lost. Super hard to hit these people at that range. I think it's the Riga in the cap even. Could be. Oh no. Hey, yeah, actually both of them. Yo. Riga has improved pen angles if I remember correctly. I said that the Kreml in middle is going behind the rocks, so I'm not really in any sort of danger from him, though I'm also super far away. Killer Croc is coming in. Can probably kill him here. He's not gonna win this one against me. I don't believe so. He insta DCPs 1 fire against the Wooster. Oh, he also got griefed by Izumo. Yeah, I can kill him here for sure. Izumo got like 20k damage on him. We also managed to actually keep the cap because I decapped in time, I think. Or the Yamagiri left because he's a bit dumb. So now the Yoshinos are hopefully pushing into me. That would be, as said, an option for me to actually claw back into the game. Depends on what they're doing. Takeshi is dead. And the Kreml full HP in the middle. I mean, I don't think there's much I can do here. I'm just trying to play. Like the enemy team didn't permakite on A after they lost their Iwami. They actually started repushing and their Yamagiri started coming over too. So at exactly that moment in time I had an option to go into middle, even though going into middle wouldn't have been that viable because of the full HP Kreml that I can't kill ever. Like, he's just gonna kill me for free. I don't have torpedoes. So exactly at that time they started repushing, so I stayed here and kite and super passive. Sue me for that. I said like the middle-ish positioned Kreml is a very, very large problem. I think I have to kill this guy first. He has better angles on me, way better angles on me. He's also just, if he keeps pushing, I die. 100%. Hopefully he's like HE purist. Oh fuck, he's actually AP loaded, man. The other guy is also aiming for me in the... Got a pre-heal. I was about to say, I don't have Halsey on this one, so there's not even the option of getting Confederate now and then getting Giga Reload to turbo grief these cruisers. Maybe my Zumo saves me here again, like against the Riga, and fucks him now. Maybe. To DCP the double. They're both aiming for me though, it's super cancer. Izumo is there too. I'm not farming him with HE, but rather shooting me. Then again, thankfully they don't have any overmatch against me, neither do they have improved pen angle, so I can kinda still stay alive against both of them. Oh, my Izumo actually did what I wanted him to do. Well, I mean, I was flat broadside to this guy the entire time and he didn't manage to kill me because he had HE loaded. We're on 150k again. Said like you rack up damage quite fast against most of the 30mm cruisers. To reverse here. Dodge the Kreml. These people love insta DCPing fires. Giving flat broadside to our Izumo. Look at the damage I'm doing. Oh, it's all triple fire, dude. What the fuck is going on? Accelerating again because the torpedo finally passed. Don't want to die to the Kreml instantaneously. I don't know what the fucks are... Man, this guy's getting every kill though. I don't know what the fucks are Submarine doing there in the middle. If our team would have been slightly better, I could have definitely made something happen here with the people repushing on that flank. Getting a dedicated, I don't know, 1 versus 2 or so. 1 versus 1 against the Riga. Obviously you try, same with Minnow, with kiting around islands and stuff, you also try to limit the amount of people that can shoot you. Pick a quick 1 versus 1, kill that guy, and then go for the next fight. I'm going to heal now, engage the Kreml, most likely get another heal out. Yeah, main issue here being our submarine was also kind of useless. We're gonna HE spam the Izumo to death. Oh, actually they're AP fucking him pretty fast. I mean, I can repush now already and just try to get damage, because Izumo will die here soon and then my spotting is gone. Oop. We're gonna break 200k here for whatever it's worth. Ayo. In this game, like if my team would have been slightly better and I had IFHE, I could maybe even win it. Also, if I had Halsey on it, I would Halsey IFHE here and like 1 or 2 more people alive, kiting. I could fuck with people here and win it maybe. Because the Jean Bards would be super easy target for me to kill. We could just come to the conclusion here, or I would come to the conclusion here, that the Kreml playing middle full HP and my team playing heavy on C but losing it completely is straight up... Oh my god, that's a little... Did you see that shit? That's the cruiser moments, and he kills me. I mean, the closer I go to him, the more fucked I am. Anyway, we end up with 230k at least. You could see that Wooster, just for me, I guess it's overall, it's a very objective opinion. Wooster is still more viable than just perma kiters like Zhao, Hindenburg, Goliath, Yodo even, or stuff like Venezia. It's still more viable than that overall because you bring way more utility. You have highest AA range kind of in the game with Defe. You have the Hydra, you have the Raider, even though it's a bit limited in terms of range, and you can play around islands because of your orcs, so you can play closer to the enemy, get a whole bunch of utility in next to caps, and still keep great DPM at the same time. But when you can't go close to islands because the the map doesn't really allow for it or something, you could still kite. Obviously you're less survivable than all the other kiters, but you still, or overall, you have the ability to DPM faster, which then means, yeah, you're less survivable, but if you get to farm people, for example, like the Yoshinos, you can kill them really, really quick. Yeah. Actually did a whole bunch of damage to the submarine because of my floodings and fires. Yamagiri barely survived against us, sadly. Permanocta torpedo tube didn't really matter though. Sadly we lost that game. In any case, now you saw Wooster and Minnow. Similar playstyle in some sorts. Hope you enjoyed it. You can definitely check them out. They're currently in a rough state. These kind of cruisers, you gotta really care about your position and be situational aware of everything. But if you get that down right, or you div up with a DD again, maybe even a smoker with Woosters. Smoke Wooster is super broken in randoms. You can get high win rate, high damage, everything. Like, these ships are super viable overall because of the utility again. Yeah, in any case, that's it for Wooster, and see you in the next video.